Ladies and gentlemen, the secret of belly fat has plagued both males and females for a very long time. What many people don't understand about problem areas is that they are often sex hormone specific. So in order to properly diagnose the question, one would have to by nature address one's hormones. Men and women both have testosterone and estrogen receptors. Because body fat has enzymes that convert testosterone back and forth, gaining weight usually throws off the natural balance. The fact that we have plasticizers in our water doesn't help either. There are more things that target the increase of estrogen, which could be why puberty seems to be starting earlier and earlier in girls. The other problem is drinking water also has other things in it like fluoride that lower your thyroid hormone. As stated before in another video, the thyroid hormone is the master fat blaster in everyone. Estrogen and testosterone both have their roles in depositing and removing fat. Often the sex hormones can be biphasic, even in the vacuum of one gender, meaning estrogen at too low levels, the joints may start to hurt, as estrogen tends to bring water with it in tissues. However, estrogen too high can cause inflammation and thus the joints hurt again. So between both sexes, you have both converting into the other and vice versa, and fat is usually to blame. But since I told you that you can't even trust the water, what on earth do you do? Number 1 is, get a zero water filter. Try to drink your water mostly from that. Try not to drink straight tap water even if your tap water tastes good. When you buy bottled water, store them in a cool place. For instance, in the winter, bottled water can go in the garage, but in the summer do bring them inside please. Yes, heat causes activation of all those wonderful estrogenic chemicals. Secondly, you want to go to the doctor and have all your hormones checked and perhaps engage in hormone replacement therapy. If you are a woman who has taken birth control, you would definitely cause you to be off balance with hormones. Seek out an anti-aging doctor. If your estrogen is high, ask about taking Arimidex to lower it. Now in the case that testosterone is too high and that's why your fat gain may be more man-like in your midsection. And if your cortisol is high you will also gain belly fat. To get cortisol down you must learn the practice of meditation and the effects of the neurological system on glands that secrete hormones. This is not frivolous by any means. Just as your reproductive organs can swell and start to secrete their special juices, just by mere thoughts, and you know the one I'm talking about. Don't you realize there are other glands your feelings stimulate? You number 1 need to respect your mind or you will not succeed in your weight loss mission. The ability to control your thoughts and emotions is paramount. The hormone cortisol comes out and while it has its duties in keeping your energy stable or your joints from not inflaming, the power of cortisol is well documented and thus why it is prescribed as a medication for major inflammation issues. However, the use of such things also has well documented effects on the thyroid hormones. All things that cause stress cause cortisol, and should be minimized. If your children are terrible, get them therapy. If your marriage is terrible, tell your partner you're doing therapy if it kills both of you, otherwise you're getting a divorce. Anyone who doesn't agree to therapy deserves to be divorced. Just go stay at your mother's. If the kids ask why, then say because daddy won't get therapy. I have had my cortisol come back high on a test though and the doctor even asked me quote, "Are you under a lot of stress? Your cortisol is high, really high," end quote. I told her the truth. I said, quote, "Yay, I have a bipolar girlfriend." However, it should be noted I still had very low body fat and abs. So, cortisol won't completely block your fat loss, there is still hope. Another thing that would help you out is to remove all sweeteners, especially aspartame, because it turns into formaldehyde in the body. Yes, the same stuff they keep cadavers in. Disgusting. But anyway, your body doesn't know what to do with it, so it sits in the fat cells and it's slow to come out if it does at all. If it causes malfunctions in how the fat tissue functions, that could slow down the release of fat as energy. Not a good situation. Get rid of it and never look back. Oh, plus it causes cancer. But we all know that of course wasn't enough to stop using it. No, not just once in a while. Never. Never ever. I just told you I'm not sure if it ever leaves the body at all. So at some point you may have to deal with it. Or maybe you are dealing with it now. because you have a cortisol gut and some nice formaldehyde to preserve it. How lovely. This brings me to another topic. The detox. There are many detoxes out there. I encourage you to do one, especially one that includes a significant amount of fasting. If formaldehyde does come out, fasting is probably the one thing that helps it. Learn to fast for days. Learn intermittent fasting as well, which really should be your main diet. A diet that has no pesticides in it either. At first it may be easier to eat a ketogenic intermittent fasting diet as far as buying food. Though I no longer eat quite as many animals as I used to, I still eat eggs and at some point will probably become an ovo-vegetarian. A colon detox would also be good. This is because part of the reason your gut may be sticking out is impacted fecal matter. Perhaps there is a colon hydrotherapy clinic near you. Many people have a toxic colon, and therefore are releasing that into their bloodstream. This will affect how much your liver can help your body rid itself of excess estrogen, which is one of its duties. Therefore, all this relief of toxins will help your weight loss efforts in a big way. Stubborn areas of fat will start to go away. Also, the gift of fasting allows the body to enter into the process of autophagy, which helps damaged cells to be cleared out and replaced by newer cells. We hope this helps. Thank you for watching Neotrition. Ladies and gentlemen, the secret of belly fat has plagued both males and females for a very long time. What many people don't understand about problem